Everyone is arguing about Ippo's return. The community is starving for blood. They want to know who gets the honor of being the first body he catches when he officially comes out of retirement. Most of the fans are screaming Imai. They want Ippo to flatten the current Japanese champion just to prove a point. Take back the belt in one round and leave Imai twitching on the canvas. Other people think he bypasses Japan entirely. They think he goes straight to the world stage and feeds on some highly ranked OPBF meat shield just to shake off the ring rust. You are all looking at the wrong calendar. You are all looking at the wrong venue. Ippo's first victims are not waiting for him in the pro ring. They are standing right next to him. He is going to commit a double homicide inside the Kamogawa gym. His first victims are his own students, Taihei and Kintaro. Stop waiting for the heroic comeback match against a ranked contender. Before Ippo can fight the world, he has to commit a murder in his own gym. Morikawa is setting up the darkest sparring session in the history of this manga. This will change the Kamogawa gym forever. These two are the physical embodiment of Ippo's retirement. They are the anchors keeping him connected to the coach Ippo persona. And their entire origin story is based on a massive, hilarious misunderstanding of what boxing actually is. Look at Kintaro. He used to be a street punk. He only joined the gym because he watched Ippo casually one-shot Taihei with an open-hand slap. Kintaro saw that and thought it was an anime superpower. He fell in love with the sheer, terrifying power of violence. Taihei is just as bad. He shaved his head, apologized for his sins, and now he thinks he's a monk on a path to enlightenment. They have spent hundreds of chapters playing Boxing Simulator. They think they're part of the club, man. They run the miles, they laugh at Kimura's hair, they play along with Ippo's cute little numbering system on the mitts. Call out a 1, throw a jab. Call out a 3, throw a hook. They think hitting the pads with their friendly neighborhood sensei makes them fighters. Morikawa has been feeding us this wholesome slice of life for years. It is a trap. It's a setup for a psychological horror sequence. Taihei and Kintaro respect Ippo, but they have absolutely zero concept of consequence. They think they understand violence because they used to get into fist fights behind the convenience store. They're about to learn that street fights are child's play compared to the cold, clinical violence of a world contender. Now, the protests are coming up. Taihei and Kintaro are buzzing. They feel confident. Their punches are making that crisp, snapping sound on the mitts. And now imagine, Ippo tells them to step into the ring for a light spar, just to test their movement. Taihei expects the usual drills. He expects Ippo to catch his punches, smile, and give him a polite critique about his footwork. Then Ippo reaches down. He unvelcros his ankle weights. He unvelcros his wrist weights. Boom, boom. Gravity turns back on. The training wheels are gone. The bell rings. Uh-oh. Kintaro expects a number to be called out. He expects Ippo to guide him. Instead, Ippo gives him absolute silence. Ippo closes the distance before Kintaro can even process the visual information. He does not use the Dempsey roll. He does not throw wild hooks. He just walks him down with the left hand of a king. The piston jab Kamogawa drilled into his soul. Kintaro panics. He throws his rehearsed textbook combinations. Ippo slips them like he's dodging raindrops. He parries every desperate Street Fighter instinct these kids have left. He slips inside the guard and stops his fist a millimeter from Kintaro's liver. Over and over. Complete suffocating dominance. He is not teaching them a lesson, man. This is breaking the worldview. He is actively showing his own students that their hard work, their atonement, and their shaved heads, it means absolutely nothing in the realm of monsters. He is showing them a level of violence so pure and so raw it traumatizes them. He digs a left body blow so deep into Taihei's ribs that the kid forgets how to breathe. He folds them like lawn chairs. Takamura loves calling this kid Kintamaro as a joke, but in this spar, Takamura is going to be watching from the ropes, grinning ear to ear, because he's watching them realize the horrifying truth. Ippo is not their coach anymore. He is a predator. Why does Morikawa have to do this? Why break the kids? Because it's an initiation. Ippo is not trying to make them quit. He is trying to wake them up. He looks down at Taihei and Kintaro gasping for air on the mat, and he tells them the absolute truth. This is the baseline. Listen up, youngins. This is what's waiting for you. If you think the numbering system is enough, you will die in this ring. He shows them the abyss not to push them away, but to show them exactly what they are training to survive. And this is where the switch happens. They do not quit. Taihei and Kintaro realize they are not just students anymore. They are disciples of the wind. They realize their role right now is not to be world champions. Their role is to help him take the crown. They transition from starstruck kids into his absolute fanatic cornermen. They become his crash test dummies. They will take the beatings. They will hold the heavy bags. They will watch him weaponize that kinetic chain, and they will dedicate their entire pro careers to serving the executioner. He breaks them down completely, just to rebuild them as monsters. The golden retriever is dead. The gang of Ippo Makunuchi is born. Taihei and Kintaro will realize they do not belong in his tier of the world, but they will proudly bleed to help him conquer it. Ippo's final act before his official return will be traumatizing his own students so severely that they finally understand the true weight of this sport. He gives them a nightmare so they can help him build his dream. This ain't a comeback story anymore. Now it's an origin story for a final boss and his loyal gang. Am I wrong? Is Morikawa going to play it safe and let these kids stay innocent? Or is he setting up the most brutal reality check in manga history? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hype and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.